Welcome to Break Free to Brilliance podcast, where heart-centered entrepreneurs, visionaries, and everyday heroes in your backyard are helping the world break free to live life more purposefully, one story at a time. I am Seema Giri, your host, an award-winning author, entrepreneur, and holistic lifestyle strategist. Today's show is sponsored by Uplift Media. For strategies on how to break free to your brilliance and get your free gift, 10 ways to live a dynamic life, visit seemagiri.com. Today our special guest is Karina Aragon. She is a life coach and her passion is to focus on transformation, health, metaphysical healing, and art therapy. She is also a co-author in our upcoming book, Break Free to Stand in Your Power, releasing June 17th. And tonight I have a very special guest, Karina Aragon. She's part of our wonderful upcoming anthology that I'm compiling called Break Free to Stand in Your Power. But before we get started with this wonderful interview today, I would like to do a quick little exercise to bring us to be more present and so we can focus on what we are meant to here today with our time together with Karina. So very quickly, if you could close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And I know you had a lot of things you had to do before you came to this podcast, so just let that go, just release that. And there's a lot of things that you have to do after you listen to this podcast. So just let them know that you're going to be with them very soon. Right now, you're taking a quick little break. Take in a deep breath. And just let go of all the little worries and things that are coming to your mind. Just let them all go and let them know that you'll be with them very soon. Taking in another deep breath. And see what's being called to you in your heart today. What is it that you need to hear? What is it that you need to focus on? Or any special message that you need to know right now? Taking another deep breath. And be focused and present. Taking another deep breath and open your eyes. How are you doing, Karina?
I'm doing well. My cat's going crazy behind me. Can't silence her.
That would be a little difficult to do. How was this exercise for you? What message did you get from your heart?
I got the message about how important it is to be present and how grateful I am for this moment. And that's really how this new world that we're stepping into is about. Being present, being in the moment, because nothing is as stable as it was in the old world. Yeah.
Exactly. This is such an interesting time that we are really having to very quickly adapt to a new way of living. And this is exciting, scary, and at the same time, maybe a little bit of a necessity too. I'm very excited with the things that are coming about for me that are unfolding. And what I got message from my heart was that I'm so grateful to be able to have a location independent business. Right now, we're recording for the very first time from New Delhi, India, and you're there in sunny California.
Morning and night.
Morning, exactly. So it's just so wonderful that we can just continue and adapt and continue our lives the way we want to and adapt very quickly to that. So great. I'm so excited to have you here. You're part of our Break Free to Stand in Your Power anthology, which is releasing in June 2020. We're just putting the final touches of the book. So I'm so excited that you're part of this, and I think the book is going to be even more powerful because of your story. So Karina, also I would like to uh, tell our audience that Karina Aragon is a life coach. She's very spiritual and she helps people overcome their hardships, adversity, and go through a transformation. Karina, how long have you been a life coach?
I would say that I was born a life coach. I've been helping people since I was younger. And it's kind of funny that you had did a book with the guy who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, because I read that book when I was in high school, and I would help other women, girls in school that were having problems with their relationships with their boyfriends. I used that book. So that was like actually the stepping stone for me getting really into astrology. So yeah, and that's one of the tools that I use today in my coaching. I look at the astrology chart before meeting with my client to kind of get to know them better, because it's your soul's like DNA. It's like your soul imprint. I can learn about your personality, your communication skills. So it's really helpful.
So to let the audience know, you're talking about Dr. John Gray from Mars, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, that I co-authored the authorities with in May 2018. And through that and your astrology gift, talent that you have, you helped many people, especially women, through his book. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What inspired you to be part of the Break Free anthology?
Well, I was definitely going through a transformation myself, and I really wanted to focus my energy on something positive that would challenge me to grow outside of my comfort zone. And overall, I just want to make a difference. When I was younger, people like Tony Robbins, Tim Ferriss, Wayne Dyer made such an impact on my life that I could only hope that I can make that kind of impact on someone else's. So that was a good starting point for my journey.
And that's exactly the same mission for book Break Free to Stand in Your Power, is to share courageous stories of people of various backgrounds to give an inspirational message to those who might be going through similar challenges and not feel that they are totally alone. What is your chapter name, and what can readers look forward to experiencing from your chapter?
The name of my chapter is Soar the Cosmos Within and Fly the Galaxies Without. So you'll learn a little bit about my journey and some tips on how to navigate the new world. So, yeah.
What do you hope the readers will gain from your chapter?
My desire is to share my story in hopes to encourage others to step into their purpose, regardless of what obstacles or unfortunate circumstances they might be experiencing, which we're all kind of having that happen right now. I also want to spark my readers' interest in looking into their own astrology birth charts. It's helped me so much on my soul's journey, and I encourage you to be open-minded. Open your mind up to the galaxies. So
wonderful. How do you think that this book will serve for so many, especially during this difficult time with COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm hoping that this will shed some light in this time of darkness. Understanding that our challenges assist us. They are our friends, especially in this time of evolution into the new world. We are meant to realize our unity consciousness and our connection to one another. The systems and structures of the old world are getting much needed upgrades. And we're being accelerated into the creation of these new systems, right? In the new world and structures. So we are undergoing a collective reconstruction of value systems as well as structures and consciousness. So this alone will create some instability and some chaos and a little bit of fears of the unknown. So I really do feel like this book will help people relate and connect, because we're all in this together.
And that is a key message that we want to share with everyone, that you're not alone. And many times you feel like you may be alone, yet many times you feel like you're the only one going through whatever challenges that you're going through. And at that time, it's really difficult to see, like Lisa Nichols says, sometimes you get gifts wrapped in sandpaper. And
yes,
in that time, it feels so painful. But when you come out of it, you realize what the gifts were. It kind of like a diamond, you get polished so much so you can shine brighter. But I don't know about you, Karina, but as I was going through my challenges about 25 years ago, there were hardly any stories to relate to get some inspiration and hope that I too will come out through that. So this is what we're all striving together. We have about 17 other co-authors to bring this forward to people, so let them know that they can step into their gifts and shine. And their past does not define their present. So Karina, what is that one tip you can give to our audience today that they can get started with right away?
I would say being flexible and extreme self-care, and remembering that it's always the darkest before the dawn.
That is a great tip. Be flexible and do extreme self-care. What would be an example of an extreme self-care?
What I do for extreme self-care is I take a nice salt bath, and I light candles, and I have my favorite crystals and a book. I always put on like meditative frequency sounds, and I light an incense.
It looks like we may have lost connection with Karina, but those were some amazing tips that she gave. It's really important to practice regular self-care, so in uncertain times or difficult times, it is easier to navigate through. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, this is Seema. Thank you for joining us for this interview. I hope you've gained some insights and or tips that you can implement right away. For more interviews like this, please visit us at seemagiri.com or visit our YouTube channel, Break Free to Brilliance with Seema Giri. Until next time, have a great day.